You see in that sequence, and why did you feel the need?
When he gets fiery, you kind of know where the limit is. That was a dumb tech for sure.
When you think of Draymond Green, we all love Draymond individually, but we're at a point where if you're apologizing consistently, then you're actually in the wrong. There is no more apology.
Hey everybody, welcome back to NBA Cinema. Now, the Golden State Warriors, they have kind of been on a struggle bus. They actually held a 24-point lead at one point in the game versus the Sacramento Kings last night and still ended up losing that game by 1 point. And a big reason was due to, it seems like, Draymond Green lack of focus. He got a technical, and that seemed to springboard the comeback that the Sacramento Kings had. Now, Steph Curry, he was very upset, visibly you could tell, he's really a more mild-mannered guy, but he was definitely upset with that technical. This is what he had to say in regards to, Draymond's technical.
And why did you feel the need to comment?
I ain't gonna lie, if that was anybody else, that's the one. He's passionate and there's conversations, and he's shown in past that when he gets fiery, you kind of know where the limit is. The carry sign and all that, I was doing the same thing right behind him, and they gave him the tech just because that's kind of what you expect him to do in that kind of situation. And I told him just refocus at that point. Let's just hoop. But that was a dumb tech for sure. Just we all do that. Like you see the carry type thing. So for him, be fiery, be competitive, be who you are. But we all need to be mindful of not getting distracted and just try to play basketball.
Part B of my question was kind of moving forward then, if the league is going to keep circling back to, well, you did this before, stacking up suspensions. How do you, is that in your mind now moving forward of, okay, I don't agree with that, I paid my debt to those actions, but if the league is going to hold...
They made it clear that they're going to hold everything against me that I've done before. So they've made that clear. That's okay. I need to adjust where I see fit, and where my teammates see fit, where my coaches see fit, where our front office sees fit. The people that I care about, that I trust, that when I hear them say something, it means something to me. And that's all the people that's in here, in this grind every day. And, I think the consensus amongst all of us is I'm going to be me no matter what. And that's not going to change. But in saying that, there's always a better way that something can be done. And so figuring out a better way, I think, is the consensus amongst all of us. But I cannot play the game of basketball like, oh man, I can't do this because they're probably looking at it and they're gonna do what they're gonna do regardless. And I'm not gonna play basketball worried about what they're gonna do. I'm gonna play basketball the way I play basketball. The way I play basketball has gotten me here. The way I play basketball has brought me a tremendous amount of success, individually and from a team standpoint. So I'm going to always be myself and not changing that. But like I said, I do understand and know that there's room for growth. There are different ways to handle things, and I need to be better in those moments in different situations.
When you think of Draymond Green, we all love Draymond individually. He comes in, we love him. But we're at a point where if you're apologizing consistently, then you're actually in the wrong. There is no more apologies. This is the third apology, I think, in the last 6 months. So that you say, oh, I hurt the team. I hurt the team. This is the third time we've heard I apologize to the team. So he is too good a player and 2 seasons of a player to having to keep apologizing. At 22, 23, 24 years old, you can keep apologizing. But at this stage of his career and a champion, we should be out of the apology stages in his career.
That you would think that he knows where the line is,
he knows
and how
where it
far
is.
he
Like
can
Jay,
go,
he
and then
knows
not,
where
but
it
he
is.
keeps crossing it.
He keeps crossing it, and you know, he's too good for the team. Like, he's too valuable because what he does is he puts everyone, not saying he's a greatest scorer, great rebounder, the greatest defender, but he puts everybody in their correct position. There is something about that. Being able to say, Steph, you don't have to handle as much. You know what, Kuminga, you don't have to defend as much. You know, Looney, you don't have to rebound as much. Like, it just puts everybody at an ease that he's not allowing to happen.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, Draymond, you're coming fresh off of a 5-game suspension. I mean, you know, we could definitely point fingers at maybe the league is being very sensitive, but, you know, your reputation is something that has to be considered when you do an action. I mean, that's no different than, you know, anything in this society. I mean, it's a lot different if it's your first time in court versus if the judge knows you just by seeing your face. You know, you don't ever want to be that guy. And that's kind of where Draymond Green is with the NBA, where they've tried to curtail some of his antics. Now, you can stay fiery. You can, you know, really, you know, his tenacity has been a strength to the team overall, but it's also caused a couple of setbacks where he wasn't able to wrangle it in. And I agree with Kenny. You know, at this stage, you know, you should understand that now you have to dial it back for the good of your team. Especially you guys are aging. You can't keep missing games and think that the Golden State Warriors are just gonna somehow find their way in the playoffs to even have a chance to compete. I mean, if Draymond doesn't get it together, you know, I think it's safe to say that this version of the Golden State Warriors dynasty is coming to a close, especially since, you know, you don't have the Klay Thompson that's gonna go for 40, 50, or 60 to kind of lighten the load for Steph anymore. I mean, Wiggins, he's kind of been up and down this year. So yeah, Draymond really needs to get it together, and the team as a whole. Let me know what you guys think, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'm gonna holler at you next time. Peace.